Hello everybody in Facebook land, in YouTube land. Welcome to episode 5 of Cooking with Jan. We were on holiday in the Austrian Alps and have come back to Frankfurt. It's a very warm summer day, so I thought that we would prepare a dish which fits very well to very warm days like today. It's an Italian recipe which I got from my favorite Italian chef, Gennaro Contaldo. And I'm talking about bruschetta. I've also learned how to pronounce the word. It's bruschetta, not bruschetta. So for your bruschetta, you're going to need, first off, your bread. Now this is important. You need a bread which is a country bread, which has this kind of texture, a crusty texture. I just toasted my bread here on the toaster. If you use this quick method, please make sure that your bread does not get black or overdone. So you have to watch it. We had it here on the setting 304. So that's to get your bread all ship shape. It's all ready to go. We have to now do our baked tomatoes. For your baked tomatoes, just take very good cherry tomatoes that have a lot of flavor. I take these, which are actually from France. And because I have 5 pieces of crusty bread, we're going to cut it in half to serve 10 people. I've got about 15, 17 tomatoes, and they're all lined up here. And the first thing we're going to do is just drizzle some olive oil over them, like so. Also, and a very important tip, this was a gift from Tanya and Christian. This is extra virgin olive oil. Go ahead and spend the money in the supermarket to buy the better olive oil, which is extra virgin. You just drizzle it around, as I did. Next step, I have diced a clove of garlic, which I'm just going to sprinkle on top. And with garlic, only 1 clove, a small clove. Please always make sure that you don't use too much garlic, because garlic does dominate. And then the final thing is you add salt. So a few pinches of salt. Like so. And that mixture, or this combination, is ready to go in the oven. The oven should be preheated to 220 degrees centigrade. We've had our oven going for about 5 minutes now. And also, this is very important. You need to stay by the oven because the cherry tomatoes go very fast. You're looking for a soft and wrinkly texture, which I will show you in a few minutes. Minimum 3 minutes, maximum 5 minutes, but make sure that you stay by the oven so that your cherry tomatoes do not get black or overdone. And I'll show you how that goes in just a second. So put them in there. It's ready to go. As you can see, our oven is certainly very preheated. So as you can see, they're almost done. They're beginning to shrivel, and as Anke mentioned just before, just pop a little bit. We're going to take them out just in a few minutes. I'm just going to turn them around one more time. These are our tomatoes, which I took out after about 5 minutes. And as you can see, they have that shriveled consistency that we're looking for. All right, we will use the tomatoes later for our garnish, so we'll leave them there and go back to the bruschetta. Now, we have already toasted our bruschetta, and Gennaro recommends, because he loves garlic, he likes to take the garlic and first spread the garlic on the bruschetta like so. And as you can hear, there's that somewhat, it's not completely done, but that's fine. You know, you don't have to have it perfect. Crispy texture. So you take that and 5. Just spread the garlic on there like that. Okay, put aside. The next step is he adds, because he loves it, and I'll just make sure that I do this a little bit neatly. My wife is always complaining that I make too much of a mess, which is right. And just pour in a little bit of olive oil on each. Not much, just a little. Just drizzle. And your base is your olive oil and your garlic. And your second layer is sun-dried tomatoes. Now I bought 2 jars of sun-dried tomatoes. There they are. They were in oil. And if you have a food processor, you can get your sun-dried tomatoes to be very finely chopped. What you're looking for is to make a paste out of your sun-dried tomatoes. Some use a food processor to make it easy. I had to do it the manual way, which means I had to dice them very, very small. The next thing you do is you take your fork and you just add a little bit of olive oil. Again, take this olive oil out, but put in a little bit of olive oil too. If you don't want to, that's fine too, just a little bit, not much. A little bit of this is important. Red wine vinegar. Put it there. That's it, that's all you need. Just probably a tablespoon or so, just to enhance it a little bit. Mix that around, like so. Okay, that's fine. The second layer is mozzarella, which I have crushed already, and I'll crush the third one like so. That's all you have to do. The mozzarella is easily crushed, unlike the sun-dried tomatoes, which really, if you do it by hand, it's a lot of effort, a lot of work, takes a lot of muscle. So that's why some use a food processor or another means of getting it diced and small. And as you can see, that's all you really need to do, is to make sure that your mozzarella is also like a paste. That's the idea. And then you take, because I'm making bruschetta for up to 10 people, I'm going to use an entire portion of ricotta cheese. And we will add these together, like so. Again, don't make a mess, Jen. Add this together. So, and then what we will do is we will take our salt like so. That's going to be good enough. That'll be about 5. And some pepper. Black pepper. Always black crushed pepper. And we add this together. Like so. Alright, it's delicious. There's one thing I forgot, which I can add now, is Gennaro, he used fresh oregano when he baked his tomatoes, his cherry tomatoes. I don't have any fresh oregano, so I'm just going to use dried oregano, but I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit on the top here. Okay, let's put the bruschetta together. Again, it's with sun-dried tomato paste and with mozzarella ricotta paste. First thing, as I've already put the olive oil on and the garlic, you add your tomato paste. That's it, that's all you have to do. Just making a sandwich. And your ricotta goes on top there. Try to make it as neat as possible. If you will, I guess you could hide the red, but it doesn't really matter. Just to make sure that it's in there nice and even when you serve. You take 1 leaf of basil. You put your cherry tomato on top of your basil. Make a nice decoration. I do 3 per bread, per slice. Like so. And what Gennaro loves to do, and I guess this is optional, but to add a little bit more nice color, he drizzles a little more olive oil on top. And then you have the nice yellow tinge. That's good, about there. Make sure it's covered. And then take 1 leaf of basil, as I've done here. Add 1 of your baked tomatoes on top of it. The next one. I do about 3 per slice. And you make a small little boat. And the final step is to add a little bit of color, a little bit of flavor. You add some extra virgin olive oil. Just drizzle it on there like so. And that's your bruschetta alla Gennaro Contaldo. Buon appetito!